Alright everyone, today's video I'm going to be showing you how I pack my rucksack and what I put in it. I had this given to me, so I'm not sure what it is. The 45 litre infantry bergen, MTP, British MTP. Say there are 20 litre pockets on the side. So what does that make it? 75 litre, is it? No, 85 litres I think. Yeah, so first thing goes in, usually the lightest thing, but this is quite heavy. Arctic sleeping bag, British military again. This was given to me, as was the rucksack. And this is a tight squeeze. I say it should be the lightest at the bottom. Most of the gear weighs about the same, apart from the under blanket. And that is really compressed, that sleeping bag. Really compressed. Yeah, so next Sainsbury's bag, a dry bag, it's got no holes in it, ideal. I put my thermals in there on the long sleeve top, my long johns, which are in the wash at the minute, so they won't be going in. Got some thick socks for bed. I don't really wear them, to be fair. I like to take the socks off and then get my bed. I can also get screws down tighter than that. Now this is the lightest thing in my rucksack. My DD under blanket, DD hammocks. Lovely bit of kit that is, I tell you. Does make a big difference. Now this is one of the heaviest things in my rucksack. Well, I'd say one of the heaviest things, like I say, they all pretty much weigh the same, is my wool blanket. It's rolled up as tight as I can get it, really. And it is an extra. I use it around the fire. I wouldn't really need it in the Arctic sleeping bag and the under blanket. Them two alone is ideal for a winter setup. But I do like to have the wool blanket to sit round the fire with. Lovely. Keeps the draft off you. And the dog likes it, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's I'm going to say that's it there for the main compartment. Just clothes, things to keep you warm. First thing in there, this rucksack's got two handles, front and back. I could squash them in more, but everything has been really compressed down, so that's pretty much it. Well, there's 45 litres. Now, next, I'll go with the lid on the top, quick access, my medikit. right in the lid there. And my chômage, if that's how you call it. Never heard it mentioned before, so I'm just guessing that's what it's called. I don't know how it's spelled. Tickety-go. Another thing I'm going to put in the lid this time, which I'd usually have them in my trouser pocket on my combats, is my mechanics multicam gloves. I have a bit of thing for camo, multicam. Put that up there. And in the easy access, with my knife. Use it to cut plasters, bandages as well. Yeah, this is a Castron Woodsman. Lovely. Designed in England by R. Harrington. A little bit of information on it there for you. I'll put that in there. That's another thing that would usually probably go in my pocket, to be fair. But I'm going to go in the easy access pocket on the top of the rucksack. My hatchet, I got it off the Castron site. Lovely, my little hatchet, sharp. But I got the knife, haven't I? So, like I say, anything a knife can do really, the hatchet could do. But the knife's more practical. And I'll put that in the top because it's, well, it's one of the heavier pieces. I'll put that in there. In the top pocket. Also in the top pocket, my bits of power cord. Because that'll be one of the first things I use when I'm setting up the tarp. Yeah. Next, this is my machete sheath, which this fits lovely into it. A silky big boy saw. I carry that in there. One, to keep it cleaner and dry, I suppose, but also because it's got the strap on it, makes it ideal for when you go out to carry logs, well, carrying wood back to camp. It's ideal like that, love it. And that slot down the back of the side pocket. Oh, and it goes into a little kangaroo pouch there. The buckle's getting in the way a bit here. See? I don't know why that's unzipped or unclipped. These side pockets are well worth it. I can't think how much I paid for them. Maybe 30 quid with a like harness as well, so I can carry one or two with just them. Feel like I could carry that one as a little day pack. Like I say, the hatchet is an alternative, but I would usually carry my Grants for small forest axe. You've probably seen one of them before. Need a little bit of maintenance. Obviously that's better for chopping wood, splitting wood. But I'd rather take this instead of the hatchet. The hatchet is just a, it doesn't really need to come. You can use a knife for what a hatchet will do. That does the same as what the saw does. It can either go there or it could go on there in this little hoop here, which I do like to. I'm not sure if this will do it on this rucksack. I'm not going to, but I'll twist it round just so it's tighter. But to be fair, most of the time I do stick it in there like the saw, and it balances it out the weight a little bit. There's another bit more power cord, but I won't be using that. My ground sheet, and it's a poncho, and I could use it as a waterproof sheet to throw over my rucksack. Even though the rucksack is waterproof, I'd use that if I was hanging it up on a tree or whatever, or chucking it down on the ground. Maybe I'll just wrap that round it just to keep it a bit thingy. And that goes usually really nicely. One little tip: don't cut your fingernails down too short, because it makes packing your rucksack painful. Goes in a smoke grenade pouch on the bottom there. Multicam, that was given to me as well. In the side pocket, DD hammocks, 3.5 by 3.5 metre multicam tar. I love the DD here. I haven't tried anything else yet, to be honest with you, but I've had no need to swap anything. Although I did have the 3 metre by 3 metre tarp, and I swapped it for something a bit bigger, just so it covers my hammock a bit better. And I was a bit keen, snagging it off once and ripped one of the things on the top. That was just being stupid. And my DD Frontline multicam hammock, that goes in there with the tarp, and sometimes this is an alternative. Jonesy, can you stop that please? Sometimes it goes in my billy can. It does fit in there, lovely. Lovely. But I'd have to mess around to get it in the side pocket, and I don't always take that, and I'll explain why in a minute. That goes in there, lovely. Lovely snug fit in there. My waterproofs, trousers and jacket, I put them on there and pull the lid over the top. Turn this around a sec. It has got a flap here that I should mess around with it. You can extend these, so I'm going to extend them. There's three little buckles, straps there, so I can pull that over the back there, covering everything over. Ooh. Put the lid over. Clip my lid over there. Doesn't really matter too much about covering the waterproofs up, obviously, but I like to, because you want the water to run off rather than sit on top of your thingy and maybe find its way into the bag. You don't want that happening, do you, really? It defeats the purpose of it being waterproof as well. To be honest with you, that is done lovely there. You can already see them there. It's also for quick access. Pull them down a bit more. You want them quick access. In the summer, I take them anyway, because you never know when it's going to rain in England. But in the summer, I'd probably have them at the bottom of the rucksack. where they're not needed so much. Because, well, if you're walking in the sun, that is. Yeah, that's all that. Although I haven't put my axe in properly. Let's undo this. Oh, the size is there. Just says Syntex 1996. Doesn't say what size they are, but I'd say they're 20 litres. Maybe 15, but I'd say they're 20 litres. If the rucksack's 45, each of them's about half of it. Yeah, now this is what I use to cook in, rather than taking the billy can. Depending on what I cook, to be fair, because if I'm cooking something like a stew and it's going to take a couple of hours or so, or slow cooking something, I'd like to take the billy can so I can use this for having a brew. I'll make brews in that. Got my canteen. It doesn't leak at all. Jolmo. I think it's a US military replica. Jolmo Lander. I think it's done by maybe a Japanese company. I'm not too sure about that. 50 quid it was. I'm not sure where I got it from. I don't think it was Amazon, but it could have been. Yeah, and the cup. The handles don't get hot. It's a good size. You can hold a good meal in there. So I'd cook in the billy can and serve it into this and eat from the cup. But I do have plates, like a cheap, like Poundland B&M camping plates. They're like metal. Yeah, it comes in a carrier case. Got pockets on it. I put my sachets in one, like my 3-in-1s or lattes. Comes with a lid. Stop the ash and whatnot getting in there. Keep it warm a bit better. Although that cup stays hot. That's the problem with it. It does burn your lips. It does get hot. But it's quality. Yeah, comes with that. I could carry that in the summer. I probably would do. Carry that. Maybe just around your neck in front of you. You got water on you. Quick sip. If you were to walk a distance. Yeah, to be honest with you, one thing I have forgotten. It's been a while since I've been out. That fits nicely into there as well, instead of my tarp. Yeah, and that food pouch on the other side there. And my lid. And also, sometimes I don't take this. I've seen Carlisle 195. He uses one, a welding glove, to pick your billy can up. Quite handy really, to be fair. Put that between the two, stop them jingling around or sliding about. And also, I put these in the hammock side as well, because they, I'll do one. They're a bit heavy, but they're to hold my mosquito net up on my hammock around the tree. Ding ding. Carabiners clip onto the hammock and wrap around the tree. They are a bit heavy, but I don't like the little bits of thing they give you. Maybe they could change that. Maybe once I get to celebrity status I'll email and give them some updates, or suggested updates. Until then, I'll bear with them. They go in there. Fire steel, which I do take a lighter, to be honest. I've got a Zippo lighter as well, windproof Zippo lighter. Dog poo bags. I used to carry my power ad in there, but I tend not to take my power ad anymore. Yeah, I don't take it anymore. I have got this that I don't really take with me. Well, I want to start using it a lot more. But it's just awkward to carry. You probably have to carry it. I don't trust having it in my bag in case it breaks. That, and it's an awkward shape and size. But I could probably strap it to them, or strap it to the moulds somehow, or the top ones. Yeah, or maybe even just have it hanging, but then it swings. That's the problem. That's one reason I don't take it, but you could just strap it into the front securely, like that, you know. Yeah, but I'll leave that out. And then I got my jacket. A smock jacket, pockets everywhere. Got a Swiss Army knife in the sleeve. I may strap that onto the top rather than carry it, because it gets too hot carrying everything for me. I'll just have a jumper on and unless it was winter, obviously, then I'll wear that to keep the breeze off. But even on a really cold day, I probably wouldn't wear the insert. This is off another jacket I got from Military First, but I didn't like the camo. And I didn't really like the jacket, to be honest with you. It was alright to keep you warm, but it's not like a proper smock jacket. So I kept the insert, which doesn't button up down the centre, but my chômage goes down the centre bit, down here, keeps you warm. And that is just ideal. You put that on when you sat around the fire, and especially with the wool blanket wrapped around you. Ideal. I've only put that in there for now. There's loads of space in these, 20 litres. Get all my food still in there. There's plenty of room still in there. Yeah, there's a good bit in there. Probably like 7 litres rooms left in there. And if I really wanted to, this is the dog's harness. More multicam, so she blends in with me like twins. And that's got pockets that I can attach on it as well, but it tends to swing around and I have to get the balance right, otherwise it swings to the side and she gets a bit blagged when she's walking. And well, she used to stand still, but now she's keen to get down camp, I think, and get the fire on. She also sleeps in the hammock with me, so nice and warm in there. And that's it, I think, yeah. I've got my camera, my phone. That's the camera thing, obviously it goes around your neck. I usually do carry it around my neck just in case I come across anything, like wildlife or whatever, and you want quick access to that. So, yeah, that's it. My rucksack. It is quite heavy, there's no water in it. We're not going anywhere. Little Jonesy. But it's comfortable. Comfortable infantry pack. I did have this given to me, and I think it had aluminium like things, like bars inside to keep it rigid, but he swapped it for some really hard like foam up the inside of there. it hasn't got the breathable system like my other rucksack has. I have the Highlander Pro Force, which is another bag I do love, but it's ideal. Carries everything in it. And that's it. Pretty much fully packed up for one night. Well, yeah, it just depends on how much food you want to take for how many more nights you go out, food and water. Otherwise I could camp in that for like a weeks on end, I suppose, if I didn't want to change my clothes anyway. But yeah, that's it. So, thanks for watching.